So these next couple of slides just to kind of try to convince you why we have the rules about zeros that we do, a couple of the rules. So for instance, the trailing zeros after the decimal. These last two show trailing zeros after the decimal. Why are they significant? And I'm going to kind of show you a little proof why that would be. If we go with the fact that the uncertainty is plus or minus 1 in the last digit, it looks something like this. So for the first one, we have plus or minus 0.1. For the second one, we have plus or minus 0.01. For the third quantity, we have plus or minus 0.001. So that's what we call the absolute wiggle, or the absolute uncertainty. If we take those amounts then and divide by this amount, the measured quantity in the first place, the reported quantity, then we can get what's called the relative uncertainty. So in the first case, we get a relative certainty of 1 in 25 parts. In the other one, the next one, we get a relative uncertainty in 1 in 250 parts. And the third one, third measured quantity, 2.500, we have an uncertainty 1 in 2,500 parts. So that last one, it's reasonable to say that actually we do indeed have 4 significant figures here, 3 here, and only 2 here. It's trying to tell the story. Well, if we look now at the other zero rule, the other zero rule was that if they're a placeholder rule, placeholder zero, okay, they are not significant. We call those leading zeros, a placeholder for a small number. They're important, and you're going to have to use them in your answer, but they don't tell a story of having lower relative uncertainty. In all of these quantities, hopefully you would tell me, what, 2 significant figures in each one of these according to the rules we've just been talking about. If these zeros are not significant, okay, we have 2 sig figs everywhere. And in all of these quantities, if you do the exercise we just did a minute ago by taking the plus or minus divided by the measured quantity, you're going to see that in each one of these we have a relative uncertainty in 1 in 25 parts. So that's reasonable that they all have 2 significant figures.